Hello students, this video lecture is for class 6th, subject history, lesson name studying the past and lesson number first. History is the study of past, and as we know the word history comes from the Latin word historia and the Greek historikos, which means a true story of past events, and it is account of human life from beginning to the present day. It is also record of people, places, events of the past in a chronological order. So basically what it's trying to say is that history is the record of people, places, events of the past in a chronological order, which means in a set order, and here the order is from past date to the present date. Now why we should study history? Let's see some points on this. First, it helps us to know about our past, in that we can learn about our ancestors, their struggles and their achievement too. It also helps us to know about the great kings, statesmen and all other heroes of the past as well as ordinary people. It provides us knowledge of a gradual process of growth and evolution of human civilization and culture. It also informs us about the origin, development and evolution of a society of different communities practicing different religions, speaking different languages and observing different customs and traditions. It helps us to understand the problems of the past and hence develop an understanding about the solution of present day problems in better way. It inculcates a spirit of tolerance, peaceful coexistence and universal brotherhood in us. And seventh, it helps us in building a new world free of all evils of the past, slavery, racism, casteism, etc. So basically all these 7 points are telling you, let me summarize it for you, that we gain experience from learning history. We learn about the events, problems of the past, and if we know about them, we can cope up with the same difficulties in the present time. So now let's move forward. Time frame in history. Early period of human history is known as prehistory, for which no written records are available as early people were not able to learn and write their thoughts. Our knowledge of this period is based entirely on archaeology. History, on the other hand, is the recorded account of man's progress, and this period is divided into 3 broad periods, which are ancient, medieval and modern. In India, the ancient period stretches from the Harappan times to the Harsa in the north India and the Chalukyas and the Pallavas in the south. The medieval period began around the 8th century AD and continued up to the 18th century, and later on that period is the modern period. Now let's see dates in history. To measure the long period of human history, historians introduced the concept of birth of Christ as the focal point. The letter BC, which means before Christ, or the period before the birth of Jesus Christ, while AD, Anno Domini, means after the death of Jesus Christ. The years in BC are counted backwards. For example, 100 BC comes before 99 BC. That means the years are counted backwards to denote the time period of before Christ, while the years in the AD are counted forwards. For example, AD 99 comes before AD 100. If circa is added with any date, it means that date is not exact. It's just a probability. And next part is geographical framework. And as we know, our surrounding affects our action. For example, actions of a person in plains will be quite different from the person who lives in the mountains. And in this part, India is divided mainly in 4 different regions: the Himalayan region, the Great Northern Plains, the Deccan Plateau, and the coastal plains. And now let's learn in details about each of them. First, the Himalayas. The Himalayas act as a formidable wall in the north and have been a strong and powerful defense against the invasions from the north. This mountain chain has a few passes in the northwest which offered an easy access to the Persians, Greeks, Kusanas, Sindhyas, Sakas, Turks, Tatars, and many more. And later they established their kingdom in the north of India. Next, the great northern plains of the Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra have been principal theatre of Indian history. It was in the Indus Valley that the earliest civilization, that is the Harappan, flourished. The Vedic civilization prospered in the Indo-Gangetic Valley. The great religions Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism evolved here. The region witnessed the rise of many kingdoms. The first empire, that is the Mauryan Empire, rose in this region only. The economic prosperity of the region always allured the invaders. Next, the Deccan Plateau, the land of south of the Vindhyachal range and far south, remained unaffected by the political upheavals of the north, as dense forests and hills made communication and transportation difficult and hence acted as a barrier to the invaders from the north. As a result, South India remained isolated and developed a culture of its own, which is known as Dravidian culture. And next, the coastal plains with an easy access to the sea facilitated the growth of several kingdoms, maritime trade, flourishing cities and ports. The kingdoms of the region traded and maintained cultural contact with Java, Sumatra, Myanmar, Thailand, and Indochina. The high ranges of the Himalayas and densely forested hills of the central and south India were abode of several tribes who, being driven away by the invaders, took refuge in these secluded areas. For many centuries, these tribes, living in isolation, maintained their distinct identity and preserved their culture. Okay, student, for this video, I think that it is almost 10 minutes. So in next part, I will be completing the half of the chapter. So stay tuned. There will be part 2 of this chapter, and part 3 will be with exercises and question answer. And if you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section. Thank you.